everything is going well. I've been sick all week, so I was gonna make a video last week, but no, don't worry. But I honestly, I don't know, I think I had the flu, or I don't know. I'm still kind of congested, as I don't know if you can tell in my voice, but I've just been down. I mean, in bed, coughing, sore throat, headaches, all week. I mean, last weekend my daughter had like a karate belt testing, and I was already feeling sick last Saturday. And so this Saturday was a week, so it's actually been over a week, and I'm not feeling well. You know, hopefully this is a better week coming up, and I can get back on track. I did do a 1 hour workout today. I did a full body 1 hour workout, so I'm like, yay, at least I got my body moving, because I'm even having like back pain. I don't know if it's from laying down so much, or if it's from just like the flu or cold itself that is like body aches. I really don't know what's going on. But anyway, I'm back, and I've been doing my HRT still. I've been taking my sermorelin, I've been taking the glutathione, and I actually did do a GLP-1, but I did a very low dose because I was already not feeling like eating at all. But I don't want my body to not get used to the medication to where if I do it again in a week, then I might have severe symptoms. So I did do a small dose. I think it was like 10 units, just so my body does not, get rid of the GLP-1, and I don't want any side effects, because I do feel sometimes constipation and bloat, and just my tummy gets upset, if I get symptoms. That's usually what happens to me. So I did do a dose, but the sermorelin has improved my sleep. It's been 29 days, so tomorrow is gonna be the 30 days. And I have noticed on my watch, like my sleep has increased by 2 hours, 2.5 hours a night, like average. So I've been sleeping almost 7 hours now, when I used to sleep like 4.5 hours. I'm closer to 7 hours. So that's good. Come on, guys. Come on. My dogs ran outside. Yeah, so I'm in my home gym, and there's a door that leads to the back, but I don't want them to start chasing a cat or a squirrel or something. So, but yeah, I have walked my dogs, and I have kind of been moving around a little bit, but not as much as I would like. And other than that, it's almost a 30-day update tomorrow, but like I said, the sermorelin has really been helping. I was doing the NAD, but that gives you energy, and then I can't sleep. The day that I did it, I was like up. I was like, you know what? I think I'm already pretty energized, I guess, and I don't need that, so I'm not using that. I'm gonna give that to my husband. He needs the energy from work, so I'm just gonna give him that one. I didn't like it. I feel like, I don't know, I got like anxiety, like I just felt like my heart was rushing. I don't know, NAD plus, I don't like it. I don't like the way I feel. I did it 3 times, and 3 times I felt like that, like almost like my heart was like, I don't know, like more racy, like anxiety type feeling, and I just couldn't sleep that night. Those were the nights that I couldn't sleep, and I was like, it's that, because the NAD plus and then the sermorelin, like I think they were clashing. It's like opposite. One gives you energy, one kind of makes you sleep, and together, I don't know, it just didn't feel right. So for me, I'm not doing that. I don't like it. So I know a lot of people do like the NAD, and they say it gives them energy, but I felt more than energy. I feel like when you drink 3 espresso shots and you feel like that anxiety and your heart pounding kind of heavy, that's how I felt with it. And I even did a smaller dose. Like each time I was doing less and less, it didn't make a difference, okay? I felt the same way. So, and I never took a lot. I think I did like 10 units and 13 units one time, and then like 8 units. No, it wasn't even a lot, okay? I was supposed to be doing 33 units. I never even did the full 33. I would probably have a heart attack if I did that. No, I was like, no. And I gave it to my husband, and he said he felt great and he felt energized, but like I said, he works in the refinery, so he needs it. Like he's climbing up, towers and doing all kinds of things, hanging up scaffolds and doing all that. So yeah, but other than that, I did lose a little bit of weight this week, and I think it's because I was sick. And on top of that, I did do the GLP a little bit. So for like 3 days, I could barely eat. I was drinking like Pedialytes and Gatorades and stuff like that. But I was just mainly staying hydrated. But the food, I was not eating very much. Maybe like 1 meal a day, if at that, and like snacks, little bread and crackers and fruit or whatever would kind of feel good. But this week I was off, okay? Not myself. Hopefully, like I said, next week I do want a good week. But I did do a workout, and I'm 127 pounds, which I think I haven't seen that as an adult. I have not seen that weight. In high school, I was like 107 pounds. I was a small little thing in high school for a while, but because I was not eating, I was doing like extreme diet in high school, but then after like college, I gained a lot of weight. Then having my child, I gained more weight, and I just got real big. I'm talking, my highest, I was like 298, close to 300 pounds. So that was 300 pounds for a 5 foot tall woman. It's a lot of weight on me. And now I'm 127 pounds this morning, which, I feel pretty good. Maybe, my husband says, you're losing too much weight, but I don't have surgeries. I do have loose skin. People say, oh, do you have loose skin? I do, my belly does have some loose skin. Not as bad, I think, as a lot of people do that lose so much weight. I don't know, I feel like I do take collagen, so I think maybe that helps. But I do have some loose skin, not extreme, but I do. So I'm not cutting it off. I'm not doing none of that. I'm scared of surgeries. People die. I'm not doing that. So this is my body, and I love it. I feel like after putting in the work for 4 years now, or working out and doing the diet and keto, and then adding the GLP-1 and doing everything that I've been doing, it's just, this is who I am, and I accept it, and I'm good. I feel fine. I feel happy with where I am today compared to where I was, at 300 pounds. So yeah, I'm healthy. Like I said, I did a good workout, 1 hour full body. It consisted of like squats, lunges. I did some sprawls, some burpees in there, like added some cardio, which was good today. And just, feeling good. The HRT, I feel like it's been helping me with my moods. I feel my moods I used to be more up and down, and I would feel kind of like grouchy and irritated a lot. This last week, I've been pretty chill. I don't feel so extreme of the up and downs, so I do believe that's helping me. That's been a good, probably also over 30 days. I'm probably on like, probably getting closer to 40 days on that. I'm gonna check, but I do have a refill, like it's a 3-month supply, and it's not until June 7th. So June 7th will be 3 months on it, when I get my refills and stuff. So I'm getting there, and after 3 months I should get good improvement. And so right now I'm just gonna probably eat some dinner and walk my dogs later, and the evening a little bit later. It's been hot. I'm in Texas, and today it's been hot today, like muggy hot. So I walked in 20 minutes earlier this morning, and it was hot, and I was like, oh, we can do it later. So everything's been, good with that, with my activity and with the stuff that I've been taking, and that's what I wanted to update on my HRT and my peptides. Hi, Ginger. And, just staying consistent with taking everything, because I think that's the key to, like, if you skip a day or two, you're not gonna get the benefits of the sermorelin, and I don't know if it's gonna help with muscle. That's what I'm kind of trying to see. This is like 1 month, and I'm trying to maybe gain a little bit of more muscle definition, maybe a little bit of muscle. So we'll see how that goes. And hi, Ginger. Hi, this is my baby Ginger. Bye. He doesn't like the title too much. So, and just, being consistent with that, and I'm gonna take it. I actually ordered a 3-month supply of the sermorelin. First I ordered a month and I tried it, and then I ordered 3 months, and then I ordered a 3-month supply of the glutathione. So I've been doing, I got that in my fridge, and then they've been saying that BPI closed and the GLP1s are going to be in shortage, or maybe even not, available anymore in compound, which that kind of freaks me out a little bit, but not too much because I am kind of, 127 pounds. I don't need that much anymore I'm not trying to lose weight, so I'm going to probably stretch out the one I have. I did order a 9-month supply. So I have pretty much like a good year supply, because those 9 months, if I, do low doses like I plan to, going lower and lower in dose, I think it should last me a year. So I'm pretty good for a year now with my supply. And from here to a year, hopefully something happens and, we have something where, it's available, or they kind of straighten out what's happening with the whole GLP-1 situation with the compounding pharmacies and stuff. But I do get scared that, like, say in a year I run out and then I can't get it or something. I'm not trying to pay $1,000 just to maintain my weight, a month. So I don't know what's gonna happen then. But if that were to happen, my plan is going back to keto, 100%, just low carb, and that's how I lost 100 pounds. So that's my goal. I'm not gonna freak out. Right now I eat carbs, and because I'm on GLP-1, I don't really watch what I eat that much. I mean, I do eat good, I try, but I'm not like, if I have pizza or a burger, I'm not like, leaving the crust or the bun, or, just eating the top of the pizza like I used to. And so that's been cool on GLP-1, but if I have to go back to keto 100%, I will. If they take the GLP away from me, and if I feel like I'm gaining weight, even though I do work out and everything, I will just go back to keto. So that is my personal plan, and I know people are probably freaking out, and I get it. I'm scared too. I don't like to hear that they want to take compound away from us and all that. I don't think it's fair. I think as an adult, you should be able to buy whatever you want, and I feel that it should be available. If you want to take, peptides, like they have that list of peptides that have been banned or whatever, that they're trying to make legal again. So they should be available. I mean, they're just peptides. I feel like if you want to take them, you should be able to. And all that gray market stuff, it's worse. You don't know what you're putting in your body. So, because I've thought about it. If they take the GLP-1, would I buy gray market? Like if I had to? I think about it, and I'm scared to do that, but I don't know. When you're desperate and you want to lose weight and you know it's available, well, maybe. I mean, that's the thing. It's cheaper. Because who wants to pay $1,000 a month for a medicine that, costs $10 to make? That's a ripoff. So that's the thing. So everything's been on my mind this week. I've been watching On the Pen. I like the guy. On the Pen, he has like great information about GLP and about what's going on in the FDA and all this stuff. And he's a knowledgeable guy, and I like watching him. So maybe you can watch him if you like it. I do recommend him. And other than that, I just want to come on here and say hi, and let you know what's going on with me. And I'll be posting again sometime during the week or next week, depending on how the week goes. But if you do have trouble with sleep, sermorelin peptide is great. It's available, and it's not that much. It's like $150 or something a month. So for menopause, with the HRT and the sermorelin, and sleep makes a big difference. With your mood, with your energy, I think that alone is really helped me. Just getting better sleep. I feel that it may be all combined with the HRT and the sermorelin and my sleep getting better. I feel like my mood has improved, my energy has improved, and I don't even need the NAD plus because, like I said, I think that's a little too much because I'm okay now, and I do feel better. And overall, I recommend it. I'm doing Winona for the HRT. I do recommend it big time. So if you're interested, that, maybe check them out. All right, well, have a good one, and we will talk soon. I will keep you posted. Bye-bye.